Are you dating?
Перед тем, как marriage, как бы встречается, очень эгоистичный или как?
В смысле, встречается перед мэрриджем, это
Ваши
считается...
бабки за деньги встречается или нет?
Not for money, just for soul. For feelings and for emotions. Maybe for sex also.
So you're saying you just date for sex? Is that what you said?
Not many times, but maybe why not?
Oh, okay. And is that here or in your country?
In my country.
So you don't want no serious relationship?
No, I want serious relationships, but you know, sometimes you cannot find any good man at once. And for example, you can have some short relationship, roman, or something like that.
How did you guys meet?
We actually met on a cruise ship about 8 years ago while we were in, whereabouts?
Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes.
Beautiful place to meet.
Gorgeous.
Did you think it was a holiday romance at first, or do you think it was going to be anything going 9 years, as you're saying?
No, me, I definitely thought it's kind of a little bit more than holiday romance, but I didn't think that it's gonna be 9 years or 8 years. No.
Okay, so how did it get to that? Who pursued who?
He pursued me first of all.
Right.
I was chasing you, definitely.
And then I carried on the chasing, I think, after that, because we were transferred to different cruise ships to work in different cruise ships. So
Right.
Van went to the South Pacific and I went to Alaska or somewhere. So
Alaska?
yeah.
Wow.
So it was a long distance relationship for a while, but we didn't know if it was going to carry on. Both of us were very realistic about it. So.
And did you want it to carry on? Did
Oh,
you?
of course I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Mama?
Yeah, I did definitely want to carry on. However, I think from both sides, or I don't know, I'm just talking for myself. There were you know couple of weeks or months that I thought that we're too far apart.
Okay, yeah.
The cultures
The
are quite
reality.
different because
Okay.
I'm Hungarian, she's Scottish.
Okay.
So there is a little bit of a culture difference and
Logistics
so on.
of life.
Did your parents have anything to say about that?
They were
Him
always
being
supportive.
Hungarian or?
No, just do what you want.
Okay.
As long as you're happy.
Okay, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. What makes your relationship work, do you think? Some of the key elements?
I think we love each other.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have a good laugh, and we still have fun. I think that is the key to it. Although, I think
Yeah, we started a business recently, so there's less time for fun now.
Right.
But it just I guess it made us stronger, really.
Because you still see each other
Oh,
all the
constantly.
time.
we
Okay.
live together and we work together.
Okay. Any kids? Marriage?
No kids, no marriage. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
what
Working
was-
too hard.
Okay.
We're afternoon in the park. We haven't had any time off for ages. So.
Okay, but would you like to get married?
I don't think I will have a choice in this matter.
You notice I asked her the question.
Not really. I mean, if I was that bothered, I wouldn't be here 9 years later still waiting for a ring on my finger. So I think logistically, yes, it would be great to get married. I'd love to have kids
Okay.
one day, but we're too busy at the moment. So
But this is what I'm finding. When I interview a lot of girls, they keep saying, well, you know, my career comes first. And what happens is, I've interviewed this girl and she's got lots of friends, they've got money, they've got big cars, but they've got no one to share it with. And now they're in their 40s and they're regretting it.
that's my sister. She works too
Okay.
bloody hard, I have to say.
No, I wouldn't think it's business first at all. No. It's,
Maybe not from a male perspective.
Probably. It's not from my... But however, Emma says that it is important to have I guess enough financial background to do the whole thing, which I have to agree.
Yeah, I think when you get older, especially as a woman, when you meet somebody in your early 20s, your priorities are very different than when you meet someone in your 30s. And somebody that's career driven in their 30s, their priorities and what they're looking for in a man will dramatically change from 20s to 30s.
Right.
I think that's a key element of it. And
And
I
is,
know,
sorry, didn't mean to cut you. Is your sister in that category where she's made her career, she's made her money, but having problems finding a boyfriend?
she just works too hard. So, I mean, anybody that has to be very understanding at the beginning of a relationship. You know, when you're actually in a relationship, people tend to be more understanding, they know the situation. But when you are beginning a relationship at the very beginning, you have to invest time and effort, and you don't always have that if you've got something else going on in your life. And I think throughout the time, you just have to make sure you keep investing in that relationship.
Excellent. Okay, well, I wish you guys the best.
Thank
And I
you.
hope you have another 10 years.
Oh,
At least.
100,
Yeah.
and I hope a few more cruise ship stories to tell.
Okay, well, there you go. One last question. What would you say to younger girls, not that I'm saying that you're old, what would you say to younger girls, 18, 19, that are saying there's no good men out there?
I think there's definitely good men out there. You just got
Okay.
to know where to find them.
All right.
The right places, and somebody with common interest as you, I think, makes a big difference.
Excellent.
But sorry, can I
sure.
have a little
Yeah,
message
of course.
to the young girls?
Of course.
I have to I have to agree that there is good men. However, I don't think there's much, to be honest, because what I experience is less and less, and yeah, you're right. You gotta find them. You gotta know where to look and where to find. But in a way, I do agree with them. And it's hard to find.
There's no good man about?
Yeah.
You're the first one who's ever actually said that. You've broken all the rules.
Yeah, and vice versa. It's quite hard to find,
Somebody
you know,
compatible with
somebody,
you.
yeah, a woman who's you know, who ticks all the boxes. Not necessarily all the boxes, but the basic stuff. What makes you human in my eyes, you know, it's just that. I know it's such a cliche, but today's world is all about just money and you know, when I hear these sentences that I cannot live without my iPhone, that it just makes the hair stand on my back. You know?
Yeah, because like our parents, they weren't really about that. I mean, it's different times, but back in like 60s, 70s, it was more based on love. We have to be together, we have to survive together, bring our kids up together. Today's girls, I mean, a lot of guys are confused what they want, and you know.
I think we're confused, but I think a lot of girls also, back in the 60s and 70s, women were, you know, being told to be quite submissive and yes, no. I think women are finding their voice, and I think that's really confusing for men.
Okay, yeah.
As well.
Okay, I understand that. But do you actually feel that a lot of the girls that are finding their voice, do you actually think they're sending out the right message to males?
I don't think so. I think they don't know what the right message is, because I think the media has been very involved in
Right.
things. So I think, especially 18, 19, I know I was exceptionally confused then, and it wasn't until I hit my 30s that I probably know myself a little bit more.
Okay, I thought you was in your 20s.
Oh, thanks.
I did
No.
think you was. Okay, so what a lot of young girls these days are using social network sites to find dates, and are dating like strange men. Where would you say is a good place to hang out to find a good man, say? I know you've been in a relationship a long time, but where would you say?
I think if you've got a common interest, like if you are playing sport or things like that, I think a lot of, or you know, anything, any art or culture, or you like music, I think somebody with a common interest is a good indicator of, you know, the same type of person that you will get along with, and having a common interest always helps a relationship. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, I find it very quite strange that that people are looking for somebody on the internet, through the internet and these datings. I think it's really awkward to meet up with someone, even if they have no idea whatsoever.
I think it's a great choice. So if you might as well. Life's too short. You might as well. And it might not be the right person.
I might be, I'm a little bit old-fashioned in this. Old-fashioned. In a way, yeah, I you know, somebody who you work with or you meet throughout your friends. I think that's a good way of meeting people throughout, you know, your social network, not internet, but your real social network.
Because you don't really know. I mean, when you meet people on the internet and you have a first date, you're not really.
Yeah,
you don't know the
yeah,
person, because
yeah.
they've got all of these. Oh, I do
Yeah.
this, and when you really
Yeah.
find out they're not who they say is,
Yeah.
it's all an act. So do you
Yeah.
think you're saying it's better to meet people through
I
friends?
would say they're definitely face to face, know them, get to know a little bit, you know, each other, or you know, through friends, through work, whatever. But just to see them face to face, and to just have something that bonds you together, I guess.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you very
Thanks for your
much.
interview.
No
Won't take up no
problem.
more of your time.